Hello there, and welcome to the Q&A special. But yeah, I am going to apologize if I haven't done this for a while, but now I am glad to say it. And trust me, this will be a lot more better than my last Q&A. It will definitely be better, especially considering the fact that I'm literally doing something different. But yeah, anyways, to be fair though, the reason why it took me this long, mainly because I was focused on doing other videos, and especially good video ideas, and even upcoming ones that I have yet to start, especially when I announce this video. But you'll see that very soon. Anyways, let's just of course start with the Q&A. Let's of course start off with the first person that literally asked me a question, Purpley Mala. Anyways, let's see this. Have you actually watched my rhythm gaming, specifically Mala and Project Sega videos and sorts, even if you don't comment on them? To be aware, you seem like one of the people who will check out my every video, whether you're into this or not. I've seen a bit of it, I will tell you that, but like, it's not really that much of a thing I would include in, because I'm just not really that much into those type of games. Like, I am willing to try them out quite soon, someday, since I have been trying out so many games, but in all seriousness though, not entirely really, I will say. Next questions come from Bluey the Great 2008. So yeah, who is your favorite and least favorite Paper Puppets Take 2 character? What's your opinion on Haley's on it? Are there any characters you hate in Paw Patrol? Have you ever played any rhythm game before? Who's your least favorite and least favorite Super Smash Katsulan character? I believe I'm pronouncing it right. And what's your favorite Cartoon Network? So, alright, let's do this. For one, I definitely do indeed have a favorite character from Paper Puppets Take 2. And yes, I haven't even watched the show. The character's name is gone. Honestly, I kind of gotten more enjoyable from him compared to the rest of the characters. There is indeed some other characters I do enjoy, like Globe and Plasma and Night Helmet. But there is some characters that I honestly do find really bland, I will say. But I honestly have no idea who's my least favorite. I'm gonna have to rewatch the entire series, since I don't really watch the series that much anymore. But I am willing to give it a chance again. I'm more into object shows like Object Lockdown. Anyways, for 2, I honestly do not care for it. Like, I haven't even heard about it, and I heard that it honestly did a really terrible job ending, which I am willing to see what that's all about. But like, apparently Haley's Haunted got removed from Disney Plus, so I'm gonna have to wait for it until it returns anyways. So yeah, basically, I am not exactly sure when I'm gonna be checking it out, because it's probably not gonna be anytime soon. Yes, there is any characters I do hate from Paw Patrol, which every so likely is gonna have their own good and bad characters, of course. Mayor Humdinger, I mean, I will admit I do hate him because he's a villain, but honestly, he's a terrible villain. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying that, but yeah. Basically, pretty much the villains, I guess. But like, what? Can you blame me? I just don't want to be like this. No, I never really played that much video games before. I mean, I believe I did try to, but like, it's not really a type of games that I am willing to try at point. For my favorite, from that object style, yeah, I definitely haven't seen the object style. I'll probably say Sandwich was my favorite. Like, I am still pissed off that he got eliminated. Do not give me spoilers about what happens to Sandwich and the next 2 characters. I may as well just rewatch the series, I guess. My favorite Cartoon Network show, once again, is Xena Kitty. Because, once again, like, she's adopted from the Lego Movie franchise anyways. Now for a question, 4 questions from one of my biggest fans, Joey. So yeah, let's do this. What's your favorite Nickelodeon show? 2, are there any characters you hate in SpongeBob? 3, what's your opinion on Lion Guard? And 4, what's your opinion on Sophia the First? Okay, if you're referring to, of course, the entirety of Nickelodeon, especially including in the Nick Jr., without that Peppa Pig, I mean, literally, it's my favorite show of all time. But if you're just referring to just Nickelodeon, as in the original company, not minus the Nick Jr., then I'm just gonna say SpongeBob. Like, literally, I grew up watching these shows anyways, so it's pretty obvious. Speaking of SpongeBob, yes, there's any characters I do hate for SpongeBob, like, pretty much the villains, of course. And I also don't really like Babsy. Like, I know he's supposed to be a bully, kind of, but, like, honestly, he's just honestly a boring character to me. Like, the same can be said with Polly Michael Paul, even though he's just supposed to be a joke character. Yeah, like, this is actually funny, I gotta say, but, like, whatever, I guess. And yeah, and I will say there was also Squidward, but honestly, I am kind of starting to regret hating on Squidward. I might consider losing hated on him. Alright, for the Lion Guard, yes, I've definitely seen this show before, but honestly, I have no idea what to think about it nowadays, considering the fact that it's already been a long time since I even watched the series. Heck, it's been a long time since I even watched the Lion Guard franchise anyways. Like, I haven't seen the movie for so long, and even the sequels, the direct-to-DVD sequels, apparently. And, of course, the live-action remake, and I am aware about most stuff about the Lion King, but, like, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is literally beat that. For some reason, it's now becoming a trend on YouTube. But yeah, honestly, I will probably consider rewatching it, and I'll probably, like, consider the fact that it's a preschool, so I might end up liking it. But, like, it's an adaptation from a franchise that I honestly nowadays don't care for. But I am willing to rewatch The Lion King, since I have been rewatching some of the classic Disney movies. And, of course, for Sophia the First, yeah, I've seen this show before, and yeah, actually gotta admit, it's pretty good. I mean, it is a preschool show. But honestly, I also like some of the adventures, and, of course, some of the part. And personally, my favorite episode was probably the episode where she literally transformed into a mermaid. What? I'm just obsessed with it. But yeah, I will admit Sophia the First is definitely a good show, but it's definitely not among my favorites of Disney Junior, I will say. I personally prefer shows like, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, Bluey, Special Agent Oso, Handy Manny, Tots. To me, those 5 Disney Junior shows are personally better. Oh my goodness, even shows like PG Max, of course, Sarah Collies Royal List, though, yeah. I mean, but consider the fact, I am eventually gonna rewatch it, especially considering the fact that I did look up Mirror Royal Detective, and personally, I really like the show, honestly. I might consider it to be the best of the 3 Disney Disney Junior shows. Probably more than a layer of Avatar, considering the fact that it's been so long since I watched it. But yeah, I guess I may as well, of course, eventually look at the series, I guess. I kinda did mention some other characters as Sophia, I will say, and go to the same stuff, like even transforming into a mermaid. Okay, I said that out loud, didn't I? For that, the Roblox fan 2011, if I'm pronouncing his username right, I hope. Anyways, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, what's your favorite thing about BFD? Being a fan of BFDI like me, I do. And what's your favorite food? Alright, honestly, being a fan of BFDI honestly makes me feel really happy, especially considering the fact that I remember growing up with the series a long time ago, and it was one of the most memorable shows I've, of course, ever had all the time. Pig, SpongeBob, Dora the Explorer, and many more, I gotta say. But yeah, honestly, considering the fact that the show can also give me more great ideas for, like, doing elimination of game shows, like I said, even before Total Drama, I discovered Total Drama, like, literally. And my favorite food would have to be French fries, like, literally, I really just love French fries ever since I was little. Like, they've been so tasty for me, and even considering the fact, like, every time I usually want to eat, I feel like the most thing I would like to also think about is, of course, fast food. Literally. And that's the reason, because french fries are my favorite food anyways. For a question from one of my friends, but although our friendship is currently on thin ice, which is, of course, John Game Guy 2763. Alright, let's do this. How long do you think it'll take for me to get 6,000 subscribers? Is there anything else you want me to do other than try to figure out besides what I've been planning? What do you think about each episode of MABSS? I believe I said it right, but yeah. Basically, also known as My Amazing Breast Show. What was was it correct on the prediction of your MABS worst to best ranking? And if I'm wrong, what's the real ranking? Yeah. What's your favorite moment in any MBABS episode? Which of my 4 BFDL by the numbers list is your favorite? Are you still willing to voice act Lorcan Window in MABS? Are there any cartoon villains you like from Souls movies and games? How would you react seeing my character analysis video on why Pillow is the most overhated character in Teapot? I know you disagree on it, but is there anything else you would react about? Just please don't be too harsh on me. After I tried to get Leafy in one of your contests, whether it works or not, are you willing to repay me by trying to get one of my favorite characters to win one of my contests? And yes, there's a specific person I already want to win my 2 contests. Alright, for one, once again, I have no idea, but based off, I could tell that it is probably gonna happen anytime soon, so probably around 2025, I guess. Oh boy. Well, yeah, I already know one thing. At least try not to constantly voting off BFB characters. Consider the fact you would literally do that even every time I told you to literally say before that I do not want it. And of course, don't try to send people to literally vote for some character that you already know I don't like and I want them to be out. But then all of a sudden you don't want the character to be out. Like what you did when I literally mentioned in my Lie Fans Are Desperate video. Oh boy. Basically, I gotta admit all of the episodes are good. Episode 5, that's really bad, I gotta say. Like, Among Us Helicopter did not deserve to be eliminated. Hell boy. Well, yeah, that's pretty much outdated technically. But like, I basically did show you a third list, so I think you might already know the answer anyways. My favorite moment in NBS episode, maybe when Adobe Logo apologized, and of course when they did a Battle for Respect Over Body reference. Anyways, I guess. I have no idea, but maybe it could be the 100 one, or maybe the backwards one. Like, I have no idea, honestly. I will consider that, because I wonder, what's in the object show is actually kind of really cool. Although I am kind of mixed on this, since, I do have so many issues anyways. Yes, I already said before, I do like some villains, despite me hating most villains just for the sake of it, or due to how terrible the performance is. I do indeed enjoy some villains, at least, like King Pig, of course, who's personally my favorite villain. I also do like some others, like KK Roll, the bad guys from the DreamWorks movie. Wait, what else is there? Oh yeah, I do have a song for Dr. Heinz Doofensmurf anyways. How would you react to seeing my character analysis video on why Pillow is the most overrated character? Well, how would I react to? All I gotta say, obviously, yeah, you're already right about the fact that I'll disagree with you, but it will really depend on what kind of points you made. If it's completely stupid, like how you basically only hated Bobby just because, and let me guess, you probably hate Nico because of the fact that he blamed it. Pillow on Teapot, like, oh my goodness. Yeah, you're probably gonna be, like, at least I acknowledge every time Leafy does something wrong, at least. Like, I agree what Leafy did, of course, to Balloony back in BP3, that's of course bad. And of course, for number 10, I'll probably think about it. Like, I already know that you pretty much want any of the characters from your amazing objects, so, yeah. To win a contest if I choose in them, but the problem is if I do include them, somebody tells me that it'll be a toxicity compared to what I did when I did added Character Rainbow's one of my Object Show characters. And I know you also want Squidward and, of course, Pillow to win. But Squidward, I'll actually probably agree with you that Squidward might deserve to win one of your contests. And who knows, I'll probably accept Squidward winning in one of my contests as well anyways. Now for a question from literally one of my close friends, Gabriel. Alright. Why do you not like Object Overload that much? What's your opinion on Metal Quest 2, aka VR headset? In LTA, why do you kind of hate Big Orange Chat, Orange Shack Chicken Image? Okay, sorry if I said that much words. And do you have any opinions on VR Chat? Because it was a teaser in 2014 and I got more upgraded all the way back in 2024. Yes, by the way, do you have any opinions on that game? Oh boy. Okay, for one, the reason why I do not like Object Overload, because honestly, the still gave me a bad impression. Like, I remembered a while ago about some of the characters, and most of the characters to me aren't really that bland. Like, there is some characters I do enjoy, like Top Hat, who is personally my favorite. But of course, there's also characters I cannot stand, especially Lighter. Dear God, literally one of my least favorite characters in general. And on Metal Quest 2, aka VR headset, I don't think I've ever heard of that game. Like, it sounds familiar, but like, I never heard of that game. In OTA, I actually don't kind of hate him. I actually really do hate him. And the reason why, because he gives me a terrible Brawl the Objects flashbacks. Considering the fact that you guys already know I don't like Brawl the Objects, literally my least favorite number one least favorite show of all time. And once again, since I don't think I've ever heard of the other game you mentioned, I don't think I've ever heard of VR Chat as well. But maybe this sounds interesting, so maybe I could give it a try, but if I need to know where it could be though. Now for Mental169's question. Do you watch Total Drama? If so, then what are your thoughts on it? Yes, I have indeed watched Total Drama before, but honestly, it's been so long since I've watched it. Nowadays, I honestly don't care for it. But I am willing to, of course, give it a chance someday again, considering the fact that, for starters, I heard that there was a reboot. But yeah, like, sorry about that, but eh. Now for Adrian P's questions. And yes, he asked me 10 questions, and I will try my best to answer them. Why do you hate the colors red and orange so much? Why is New Mexico your worst state? Why is blue and green your favorite colors? Why are french fries your favorite food? I enjoy them too. Cool to know. How would you feel if Leafy and Fiery joined T-Bot? What's your opinion on Japanese anime? What do you think about Ice Age 6 and Cars 4 coming? I'm not happy about it. Any people skid shows you have no interest in rewatching? What's your opinion on me? And I don't think I want to say that because, once again, you weren't kidding. Anyways, let's begin. For question 1, it's kind of a bit of a long story. I will admit I did still enjoy red a lot, since it used to be my favorite color. And orange, it's a color I never really cared for. Nowadays, I kind of just do not like the appreciate the looks, honestly, because they're like the red gets up there to represent evil. Especially with my obsession when I literally see Axelin, which all of a sudden, and even Agano Marble Races. I think Agano was so caught to me, but yeah, honestly, it's kind of a bit of a crazy story, I will say. Will say though, I could imagine if I am willing to lose hate on, since I did lose hate on yellow, purple, and cyan as well, which I like those colors now, but whatever. For New Mexico, the reason why I don't like that US state, because honestly, I will admit, I basically used to think it was a ripoff to Mexico when it's not, and the reason why it was called New Mexico because it used to be part of Mexico. Nowadays, it's definitely not like that. Nowadays, I mostly hate New Mexico, mainly because I don't really find it to be much of an interesting US state. It's honestly one of my least favorite states, especially considering the fact that it can be dangerous. I just don't like it, that's why. And for blue and green, my favorite colors, I honestly find it to be really cool colors. Like, blue is a color I remember being obsessed with, and honestly, it became my favorite color, of course. The same can be said with green, since I also do find it to be a really cool color. French fries, once again, because of how tasty they are, and of course, how nice they are, and how I feel. Oh boy, this is gonna be really excited for one. But yeah, this will be my reaction if either Fiery or Leafy joined Teapot.
Yes! Whoa! Oh yeah! About time they finally made it on. Leafy and Fiery are finally in Teapot, yes!
I guess I can forget this after Hall Abomination Teapot 13 when Lai did not deserve to join that hall. Like, I'm so glad! And even Team 14 would give us some more surprises! Yes! Woo! So yeah, that would technically be my reaction if Fiery or Leafy join Teapot, which I really hope it's gonna happen, and based off what it looks like it is gonna happen anyways. After all, like, what, Leafy literally got captured by one, but yeah, mainly Leafy though. Like, Fiery wasn't captured by one, and he already won a season anyways, just in case, but it would be nice to see Fiery again in a different season, so that he can have a chance to win again, but like, it would not be that much fair, but oh well. Anyways, now moving on. Japanese anime, I honestly don't really care for it. I am willing to give it a chance, but like the only ones I kind of given were of course Studio Ghibli and of course anyone that's based off a video game, like Sonic S Career Gacha and Pokemon, of course. So yeah. Anyways, what do I think about Ice Age 6 and Cars 4? Cars 4? I'm without that excited for it. Like literally, I grew up with the Cars movies. I remember being obsessed with the movies and of course the franchise when I was younger. And yeah, I am still of course a fan of it, even though it does give me some but yeah, I am definitely excited to see Cars 4. I know it's probably gonna be a backlash for Pixar, but whatever. Ice Age 6, I actually am willing to see what it's like. I mean, the fact that they're ignoring the Buck Wild movie, which that movie technically doesn't really exist, like, I don't think it's a bad movie, but like, it's definitely not as good. But like, I think it's definitely worth it to see Ice Age 6, honestly, so I am kind of excited seeing this. But I am wondering, though, what if they will make the franchise improve. Honestly, it's kind of debatable. Like, Vertigo, I'm not exactly sure if I'm not interested in rewatching it, but, like, I am willing to do it. And the same place Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, but, like, I do feel like that still has a more better chance on me revisiting it more than, yeah, Vertigo. Because I do remember some more good memories from Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood anyways. Oh boy, you. Well, I mean, I know we did used to hate each other during some man opinion bad thing, but, like, oh my goodness. Honestly, I just wanted, it's debatable. Like, I am still subscribed to you, so I would, like, still like you. But, like, if we're gonna continue doing nonsense like what I don't like, such as, of course, begging me to do by the numbers list, which, by the way, I'll get to, then yeah, I might gonna, of course, indeed choose to lose interest on you, but, like, it's debatable. Speaking of the by the numbers list, yeah, like, I don't want to keep being asked to do numbers list. Like, I know you'll all like my by the numbers list, but, like, still though, it's my choice, and plus, I have literally some issues going on, so, like, don't expect any more bigger being by the numbers list until my issues are fixed. Okay, next question. What's your opinions on horror? Oh my goodness. Okay, not trying to read it though, but, like, can you stop asking me about horror villains? Like, I'm literally trying to ignore the person, and I'm literally trying to, of course, you know, since he's a dead topic these days. Okay, but seriously though, please stop asking me about it. As for the other question, yes, I'll answer it, and that, of course, being if I watched the Anime Strategy Season 2 Episode 18 trailer. And yes, I have, because, like, I literally did, of course, end up doing a reaction video to it. So yeah, I have indeed watched the trailer, and yeah. And of course the episode as well, and it was really good. Alright, now for one of my questions from my best friends, Ronnie. What's your opinion on Buds for Buddies? If Fully Sleepy never existed and Lai never did anything to teardrop, would you still hate her? What year were you born? For the first question, yeah, I heard of Buds for Buddies, and I really detest her. Scratch that, I actually abominate her now. Because all this person here does is basically support dog abuse. And I don't really know, because I don't really have that much knowledge when it comes to gacha channels. So far, she might be my least favorite person in the gacha community. I mean, I don't even like gacha anyways, considering the fact that it's just pure cringe, in my opinion. Alright, so for that second question, which is basically about my least favorite character in BFTI, BFB Teapot, if Fully Sleepy never existed, or if Lai never did anything to teardrop, it would honestly really depend. Because basically, if Lai never really did those stuff, and basically if we were in a different timeline where those two never existed, basically, it would really depend on what Lai would do. Like, whatever her personality, and if she's at least trying to at least treat people with respect, and of course, still be helpful and useful. Like, I know she kind of has before she got eliminated, but, like, honestly, it was still worth it for her to be eliminated. And it would honestly really depend on what type of character. Because characters like Tree, which I used to be neutral to, would, of course, end up not being that much interesting, and so Tree would later, of course, tell me about how much he's improved. But yeah, basically, considering the fact that we're in this time, like, I, of course, don't like her. But yeah, it would, of course, really depend, of course. What year? Oh boy, 2007. I kind of mentioned this before, but yeah, I already revealed my age officially. Now for Zebra fella colored fans questions. So yeah, what's your opinion on iceberg chart videos? What streaming service do you usually watch films on TV on? And what other types of videos you haven't done before but you would like to be doing? For question 1, I haven't even seen them before, and I will admit they're alright, but they're not really type of my all-time favorite videos. But I am willing to actually be interested in looking at them, of course. Like, maybe I could even do one, but like, For question 2, yes, I do. Like, Netflix, obviously, since that's a popular streaming device and pretty much the most recognizable one. I also do indeed watch some other streaming devices like Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Hulu, oh no wait, I haven't, that's limited on a tight schedule, Peacock, Apple TV, Tubi, despite the fact that I'm not logged in there, Roku channel, but I don't really use that streaming device too much. It's the streaming device I use the least out of the streaming devices, and I did find out I have Examo Play as well. Like, what else? Oh yeah, Max, of course, who used to be known as HBO Max. And yes, there's indeed some other streaming devices I would like to get, probably like AMC Plus or any others, of course, for free. All I'm gonna say is character elimination videos, because I really do, of course, like these type of videos, especially considering the fact. But like, I do, of course, do character contest videos, but like, But like, character elimination is like what Super Angel 418, of course, does. Okay, now for Junior Thompson's question. What's your opinion on Friday with Fazbear, PN Friends, the Andrew 101? Okay, I don't think I've watched it since I have indeed seen some Plus version series of course, Friday Nights at Freddy's, but despite the fact I'm not really that much into the franchise. But like, I don't think I've watched it, but I'll consider probably doing that. Alright, now for another question from one of my great friends. Alright, anyways, so let's do this. What time do you intend to release the first part of your 20,000? Oh boy. I mean, I'll give you a pass since you're at least not like Asia and Peace and you would not constantly ask me that, but like, I'm still debating on if I'm ever gonna do that anyways. Okay, now for Jaden's questions. Which gaming and handheld consoles did you grow up with? What's your opinion on Lava and Lava Island? What's your opinion on Happy Tree Friends? What's your opinion on Angry Birds Toons? What's your opinion on Piggy Tales? And what's your opinion on Angry Birds Stella? For question 1, of course, yeah, I did indeed grow up with some gaming consoles, like my Nintendo Switch, my Nintendo 3DS, and of course, even literally, of course, my PlayStation, which, yeah, I actually recently last year got a PlayStation, and I gotta admit, that's great. For Lava and Lava Island, yeah, I gotta admit, those shows are really great. I really find them to be really funny, and especially likable, especially Red and Yellow, because every time they do, of course, some silly stuff, I actually do indeed get some enjoyment, especially most of the other characters and the shenanigans. Happy Tree Friends, though, no, please do not remind me of that show. But yeah, I really do not, and I really detest that show, because of the fact that it literally contains blood, gore, and the fact that it continues to be pretending to be a kid's show when it's clearly not, obviously, it makes it fail. For the Angry Birds franchise, yeah, obviously I'm a massive Angry Birds fan, so I like all 3 of them. Angry Birds Toons is pretty much my 3rd favorite TV show, besides Peppa Pig and Battle for Dream Island, of course. Angry Piggy Tales is definitely really good as well, and Angry Birds Stella is definitely good as well. Alright, now for the last question, and this one was the recent, I'm assuming, compared to the rest, because the others were about a month ago, while this one, though, it was just recently. What is worst to best? Pixar, Limited DreamWorks, Blue Sky Studios, and of course Sony Pictures Animation. Alright, let's do this. And yes, this is gonna be where I bring up my animation facts. So yeah, of course, worst would pretty much be Pixar. Of course, I still enjoy Pixar, but honestly, because of the fact that they're part of the Disney brand, because of the fact that I already got tired of them literally always getting the praise, especially with the recent movies, honestly, it's not really, they're pretty much the weakest studio, of course. Like, besides Soul, Onward, and of course, Inside Out 2, I don't really like that much of Pixar's recent projects. Like, Luca, which I will admit is pretty good, but has so many flaws. Turning Red, it's just so cringe. Like, what do you want me to say about it? Lightyear, oh boy. Maybe I should really consider rewatching Lightyear because it's not really going to be on a good spot. Elemental was, of course, mid, and Pixar's most mid film to date. Second to last would appear to be Blue Sky, and I am still, of course, sad to see that they were shut down. But honestly, yeah, I still, of course, enjoy Blue Sky, and I really do hope they come back. It would be nice to see, though, who's gonna be, of course, animated. Third place, Soccer, DreamWorks. But yeah, I, of course, still enjoy DreamWorks, but, like, the reason why, because, both studios, the other 2 movies, Illumination and Sony Pictures Animation Studios, both of those studios actually made some movies that I actually liked in my favorite DreamWorks movie. Illumination made the Super Mario Brothers movie, of course, and of course, Sony Pictures Animation made the Angry Birds movie. So, second place would be Illumination, and first place would, of course, be Sony Pictures Animation. And that's it for the videos. But yeah, I really hope you did enjoy this Q&A, because I definitely did. And the fact that this is literally the first time I made a Q&A over 20 minutes long is absolutely crazy. But yeah, oh well, I am glad to see that I was able to do this, at least. So yeah, see you next time when I'm ready to do my next Q&A. So yeah, that's it for the video, so bye, I guess.